Yeah. It's the shit I used to.
Hey, what's up, y'all? So I recently posted on Instagram basically asking if y'all would be interested in watching a vlog of what it's like for me to be a full-time student and to work full-time. So I went ahead and recorded it, took pictures, posted on Instagram, posted on Snapchat, a bunch of videos and pictures throughout the week just to kind of record what it's like. So it was a very stressful week for me, but I thought it'd be great to document basically my experiences. This is my first vlog, so bear with me. There's a lot of errors. For example, in the beginning I was recording vertically instead of horizontally, and also I was recording without sound, so y'all were just talking and you couldn't actually hear me. So yeah, there was a learning process, and I'm not going to be doing this every week, but I will be doing this every once in a while. So my master's program is in educational counseling at San Jose State University. I work full-time at a local high school. Been a great experience, kind of aligned with what my master's program is. It's been really difficult.
It's very difficult, no? Very difficult for me.
To manage both full-time work and full-time school. It's been one of the hardest things I think I've done. The program itself wouldn't be too difficult, and the job itself wouldn't be too difficult if they were on their own, but because I'm doing them both at the same time, it's just
very difficult.
So in the back is my UC Santa Cruz diploma from undergrad studies and my tassel. Over here is where my San Jose State master's program diploma will be. I hope this vlog gives you a good idea of what my week looked like as a full-time student and working full-time. And most importantly, I hope y'all enjoy it.
Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Nigga, started from the bottom, now we here.
This is so dope. These are theses of San Jose State students. Their master's thesis. Just like a bunch of stacks. It's 11:25, so I'm driving home from San Jose State. I recorded myself and just capturing the raw emotions, raw feelings of what it felt like. The paper I'm supposed to write is supposed to be backed up by research or the book, but none of it applies to multicultural individuals like myself. I'm Latino, so a lot of the theories, a lot of the applications of career counseling aren't applicable to me. And so I made a video and it doesn't work for whatever reason. I'm having trouble with my sound. Currently using the Snapchat app, but that's where I'm at. So I'm currently walking to La Vix. I'm taking a study break. I'm really frustrated with the way the paper's coming out. So I'm 8 pages in. I basically just need to apply the career counseling theories into my personal narrative, but it's not going so well. It feels like I'm trying to squeeze like a circle block into a square hole. It's never gonna work. A lot of the theories aren't applicable to a diverse population, and so it's not really applicable. There's no research to prove or disprove that the theory actually works. And so it just feels like it's complete bullshit. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm currently walking to La Vix. I got a super massive headache. After I'm done with La Vix, I'll be going back to the library and studying for my exam on Thursday. Okay, so I think this is enough to feed about 2 people. So as I predicted, I was only able to eat half of that. Currently walking back to the library. Study for that exam, and then probably go home afterwards. It's already like 5 p.m. So yeah, that's my plans for the day. It's like the more I spend time on this campus, the more I enjoy it.
Don't think about it too much, too much, too much, too much.
That magic moment when I finally realized how cameras and 21st century technology works. Mine. So I'm trying to print out my loan limit verification. This thing is not working. It costs 20 cents. For whatever reason, it's not processing. Use any combination, nickel, dime, quarters, or dollar coins. And it just gave me an extra 10 cents. So it just came up 10 cents. Wow, it's great. Maybe if I keep doing this, I'll eventually have $1. Oh shit, I have 40 I have 40 cents now. So I started off with 20 cents and now I have 40 cents. So from the main library computer, you had to send it to the print release station, and then you pay whatever amount it is, and it comes out here. This little setup is interesting, but yeah, it's a loan limit verification. As you can see, my name, student ID is on there. They just want to make sure that I'm not taking out more loans than needed, because I already had loans from undergrad. And so this last school year, I didn't submit it on time because I wasn't admitted until May, and it's due April, the last day of April, and so I was screwed over $7,000. So making sure I get that paperwork in is important. Feels so good to finally be out of the library. The past 3 days I kind of just been stuck in there, so I went in on Saturday, did like about 8-9 hours. Also today or Sunday I did another 9 hours, about 10. I think I did 10 hours on Sunday because it was open 24 hours. I did about another 8-9 hours today, so it's been the last 3 days have been really busy. I have a paper due tomorrow night at midnight. I'm at about 8-9 pages. Goal is to be at 7, so I can cut down on some. I feel like a lot of it is redundant, so yeah, just apply the theories. So I'll be doing the SDS, which is kind of like a career assessment test. I have an exam on Thursday. A lot of it is from what I've learned in undergrad, so my abnormal psychology course as well as systems of psychotherapy. So a lot of it is coming back to me, but definitely still need a review tomorrow and on Thursday. But the goal tomorrow to work on the paper and have it in on time. See you tomorrow, San Jose State. Seeing you tomorrow. So this is a West parking garage. Definitely next semester, we'll be purchasing the 5-day, basically giving me access to any day of the week. It's only like $30 more, and it's a lot cheaper. It's like today. I didn't expect on coming at the beginning of the semester, obviously, but now that I'm here, I had to pay $8 today for parking. So one of the downfalls of coming to San Jose State is that there's limited parking. Hella hard to find parking. All these, as you can see, all these parking spots are empty. But during the day, like when I get here, they're all packed. So like by 4 p.m. they start to clear out. So at the beginning of each semester, I always say I don't feel like a graduate student. So last semester in the fall, I had a lit review / intervention paper, 15 pages. That was the minimum. I already had done something similar for my undergrad studies at UC Santa Cruz during my senior seminar, and so I already had experience with APA and that entire process. But definitely, like, getting back into the swing of like being a student was hard. And so last semester, it wasn't until that paper that I was like, oh my god, I definitely feel like a graduate student. And so I had to take off some time from work. And same thing this semester, I was like, I don't feel like a graduate student. Like, the work's been okay. But now that I've been in the library, like the last 3 days for about 30 hours, definitely feel like I am a graduate student. I commute from my house in Hayward to San Jose State, which is about 30 to an hour of a commute. And so my favorite thing after class, driving down First Street and seeing the light that's going on. I know sometimes I get caught up with like school and work, but just driving down this street, it just reminds me to like just breathe, like relax. Like yes, it's serious, but also it's okay to have fun. And another thing is that there's a lot of homeless, and so it just kind of reminds me to like count my blessings that I do live, despite some of the hardships and that I've been presented with in life, that I do have privileges, and then that it could be worse, and it could also be better, but it could definitely be worse. So it's just like to count my blessings. It's one of the biggest reminders, and having that reminder after like a stressful day or a long day. Usually I go to the gym in the morning, so I wake up at about 6 a.m. and I'm not home sometimes till 11. That's a pretty long day, and that's twice a week. But it could definitely be a lot worse, sleeping on the street, just like the homeless, and then the fact that nobody does anything about it is like one of the saddest things. So it is a reminder to myself to count my blessings.
Currently 8:15. I'm hella tired. As you can tell, I just got out of bed, but I had to get up. My boy Danny Barr is just about to hook it up with a haircut.
Yeah, definitely need a haircut.
Swag all day, and I be swagging all day. They call me rinse, 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 and I be swagging all day, and I be swagging all day. They call me rinse.
I just got out of my work. I was working on my paper, and I got the APA and text citations, and also the reference page done, and I also got it in that APA format with the title page and all that. And it's at 9 pages total, including the reference page and the title page. The range is 6 to 10. Probably has 7 pages of content. I'm gonna be working on it during class though. I also have a presentation today. So you know you're from the hood when you lose your cap to the coffee travel mug and wrap it around with a sandwich bag. Definitely need my coffee. So I'm on my way to school. This is definitely my least favorite part of being a master's student, is all this traffic. It takes me an hour to get there. There was a cop to my sharp right. Yeah, definitely don't want to get pulled over. Don't have money for that. There's the cop on the highway. I saw 3 cops after that drive from my house to San Jose State. That's the most amount of cops I've seen on one drive since I started grad school. So it's interesting that once I decided to record and start kind of using my phone more while I'm driving, that the cops decided to finally show up. So these apartments are new. They were, as you can tell on the road, it's like barely paved. Talk about gentrification. Gentrification in the Bay Area, big problem. So much of a problem that I think I can't afford to live in the Bay Area even with a master's degree. So as I mentioned earlier in the video, the parking lot is absolutely full today. This is the 4th floor and everything was packed up until here. So it's 4 p.m. I'm running late as always. Park in the west garage just because in the south garage the parking spots are a lot more tight. I don't want to get my car hit. Class starts at 4. I'll probably get there like 5. This corner is where I usually stand and have my meal. I usually meal prep on Sunday, and this is where I usually eat. Today I didn't meal prep. I just bought a sandwich, but this is where I stand and just kind of relax between classes. It's the 4th floor of Department of Education.
Everything around me. Breathe. Get the money, dollar bill. Y'all, cash. Everything around me. Breathe. Get the money.
Why are school boards comprised of laypersons, not professional educators?
So this is the Department of Counselor Education here at San Jose State. This is the 4th floor. Is basically where I have all my classes. I have 3 out of my 4 classes on this hall. I have my 4th class in the 3rd floor. But they're all in this building. So this is the Department of Education here at San Jose State. It's been a really long day. Yeah, I submitted my paper. Mentally fried. You know, there was not going to be much I could add at that point, and so I just felt like it was best to just give it one more quick run through, making sure the format it was APA, and then I just went ahead and submitted. So I did that towards the end of my first class. I also had a presentation just speaking about experiences as a first-generation low-income Latino student in education, and also my career trajectory as well. So it just kind of complemented the paper pretty well. I feel like I did well in the presentation. So early in the video, everything was packed. As you can see now, everything is basically clearing up. Let's go. As you can tell, this is my favorite part of the day, driving home. I love this view. I just finished another day of grad school, y'all. Gotta celebrate the small victories, every single victory.
Yep. Nope. Yep.
So I had to come to Berkeley for a meeting for work. I got here probably about 2 p.m. I just took about like an hour nap. It feels so good. I'm just gonna pull up to a meeting. It's at Freedom of Speech Cafe, which is like on the 3rd floor of UC Berkeley's library. I have access to the library, and so I'm probably just gonna study after the meeting. At this point, there's gonna be hella traffic, and so it's best for me to just study at Berkeley, probably till like 9 p.m. I'll reconsider where I'm at tonight.
Sai do chão, vai! Gata me liga, mas tá de balada. Quero curtir com você na madrugada, dançar por lá até o sol raiar. Gata me liga, mas tá de balada. Quero curtir com você na madrugada, dançar por lá. Que hoje vai rolar o tchê 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 tchê. Gustavo Lima e você tchê 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 tchê
So many of you ask how difficult is it being a full-time grad student and also working full-time.
It's very difficult, no? Very difficult.
For the most part, it works out. My classes are at night, so usually from 4 to 10 p.m. Semester I have them from 4 p.m. up until 10 p.m. Tuesday and Thursday. It works out pretty well. My work schedule is Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. But the days I do have class, so Tuesday, Thursdays, I leave a little bit earlier. I leave at 2 p.m. So I'm currently taking a study break, and I came across a meme that says, as a graduate student, I don't always have to take tests, but when I do, the test is 10 multiple choice questions over 400 pages of reading. Basically summarize my life.
And we fly too. Baby, you deserve a whole enchilada. Gucci and Prada.
Just finished 3 hours of studying. Probably gonna be up late tonight. So my socks are hella wet. They have holes at the bottom, and so my socks are like drenched. My head and my jacket, I'm like hella wet. Still got like a 45-minute drive home. I am hoping I don't get sick. Taking off my jacket and my socks. I'm still hella wet though. For my hair, I'm gonna just rub my hair and I'll show you my hand. Yeah, I'm hella wet, and so I'm gonna just drive home with no socks, basically, and no shoes, because I'm trying to get sick, and I think being dry right now takes priority over everything. Even my undershirt got like hella wet. Yeah, so hopefully I don't get sick, and then I still gotta get home and study. Probably gonna shower first though. It's raining and I'm driving without my shoes on, so I won't be recording my drive home. I'm currently on the red light right now. So I went to sleep like at 2 a.m. It's currently 6:30. Slept like about 4.5 hours. I just turned on the light and it's like completely burning my eyes. I'm like exhausted. Definitely gonna keep studying right now though, and then I'll be studying throughout the day. I just realized that my 4 p.m. class is canceled. That's gonna give me about another like 3-hour pocket to just study right before the exam. I'll probably study 2 hours, and then that hour from 6 to 7 I'll just probably won't study. At that point there's probably not much I'll be able to add. That's the goal for today. So I got off work early today. I'm currently on my way to school, and I got off at 1 p.m. I usually get off at 2 p.m. the days I have class. So I'm gonna probably post up in the library, able to study for a solid 4.5 hours. I'm feeling a lot better now, but there's a couple concepts that I need to make sense of, so hopefully I'm able to address that in the next 4.5 hours. So it's gonna be a while before I find parking. This is why I hate coming early to school during the week. It's like impossible to find parking. I'm already on the second floor and I don't see anything. I'm probably gonna have to park somewhere on the roof. If I'm parking on the third floor, I'm currently walking to the library. Yes, I feel a lot better after having studied a good portion last night and some today during work. I'm feeling a lot better. Basically, I understand all the theories, all the concepts. Now we'll see how this studying goes. So this is like my favorite part of campus. That tower rings and makes some music. So that over there is the library. And I'm trying to grab a seat somewhere near the edge where I can kind of go overlook the campus and have a nice view of the tower. So I hate going up the elevator just because there's a glass window and I'm hella afraid of heights, and so seeing that view is like super scary. I hate it.
Mami, no pare, acércate a mi pantalón, dale. Vamos a pegarnos como animales. Si necesitas reggaetón, dale. Sigue bailando, mami, no pare. Acércate a mi pantalón, dale. Vamos a pegarnos como animales. Muévete a mi ritmo, siente el magnetismo. Tu cadera es la mía, pum, hacen un sismo. Ahora da lo mismo, el amor y el turismo. Diciéndole que no al que viene con romanticismo. Si te dan ganas de bailar, pues dale. En esta disco todo.
Everything is coming together pretty nicely now. Fuck yeah, let's get it. 15 hours of studying. So I've done about 15 hours of studying in the last 2 days. Everything's basically coming together pretty well now. I'm understanding like basically everything. It's all making sense. All the tests, all the different measures, how to apply them, statistical significance, reliability, validity, all of that good psychology stuff from undergrad is like, it's all clicking in now. So I've been in the library for about the last like 5 hours or so. Definitely feels good to be outside. It feels a lot better knowing I'm going in prepared to the exam. This fresh air is definitely coming in nicely. Not going to study this last hour. It's like 6:15 right now because I feel like it'll be overkill if I do study this last hour. And so I think it's just better that I kind of rest, reset, and just get ready for the test. That is the Connie L. Lurie College of Education. I'm about to head into the test. To a bar downtown with a couple of my classmates, and it was a good opportunity to just meet, really know them that much. So it was a really good opportunity to just like interact with them, just hang out, kind of de-stress. We were all kind of stressed going into the test, and so just speaking to them and like de-stressing and validating what we felt, validating each other. Currently on my way home. Tough week, but I guess I made the most of it, and that's how really I could have asked of myself. So my school is currently in the shelter in place. It'd be hella dark in here though. So there was a threat made to the school. Basically, there's been a lot of activity since the shooting in Florida last week. Kind of some of the local schools just like were on lockdown. Kind of threats made to the campus. Just trying to get this work done and go home. Basically assembling packets, and I'm just trying to get this done and go home. And it's been a really long week, and I'm going to be waking up really early tomorrow. So probably waking up like 5:30 a.m. tomorrow. So I'm just trying to finish up these packets, and then I'll be making my way home. So I'm finally going home. It's 4:30 p.m. I'm exhausted. I just want to like lay down in my bed and like go to sleep. It's been a really long week. I'm coming out alive. It's more than I expected, but I made it work.
This is my canvas. I'ma paint it how I want it, baby. This is my canvas. I'ma paint it how I want it, nigga. Fuck you, cause there is no right or wrong, only a song. I like to write alone.
So this is my classroom for today. I've been here since 7 a.m. It's about 8:30 now. This is where I'll be presenting. The students have a perfect view of the UC Berkeley campus. I'm like exhausted, but it's all for the students.
Batman killed Superman.
You know Black Panther's richer than this, right? I don't know Black Panther's richer than this, right?
So we just finished for today. I'm exhausted. Basically during the workshop my computer decided to like not work, and so I had to wing the whole presentation. Luckily the folders I had prepared yesterday came in clutch, and I read through transcript with them, and so I was able to improvise even though my computer decided to just like kind of crash on me.
I'm really proud of myself for getting through this week. It's been a hell of a week. It was a really long week. It was the most difficult week probably this year so far, but I got through it. I'm here, and I did really well for the most part. So I'm hella happy with myself. I think I'm gonna just probably buy a couple beers and sit back and finish this making this vlog.
I never take a day off, work around the clock, my engineer getting paid off. Rock like Ace up, light the weed and take off. So high, cannot see, 8 off. Now I got these rappers all breaking up a sweat. Cause every time I get up on the mic I come correct. And I learned it from the best, always dressing something fresh, looking